Hey everyone. So one question I get asked a lot is about packing and how to fit everything in a carry-on. So I prefer carry-on because I don't want to worry about losing my luggage, and also it's just easier and quicker when you're at the airport to do the carry-on. But you have to be strategic with your packing. So I'm packing for an upcoming tropical trip, which I think is the easiest way to introduce yourself and get used to carry-on, because you really don't need much for tropical trips. It's really bathing suits and cover-ups. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks that I have for doing this effectively. So one thing I like to do is bring things that are going to mix and match. So that means I have a top that can go with several bottoms, or a bottom and with a couple different top options that I can use. So you're not going to pack as much that way if you do that. So I'll show you a couple what I mean. So for instance, so here is just a top, that a maroon bodysuit top that can be used with a couple options. So I can pair it with these linen shorts. I haven't taken the tags off them yet. Or I can pair it with these linen pants, right? So you want options. It could get cold at night or a little chillier, right? So you have some options there. Great. That's 2 outfits already. Depending on how long you're going, you're going to pack accordingly how many outfits you bring. So here is a similar top, but it's black. And with the black top, I can wear these shorts with it. So that's one outfit. Or I can wear these pants. So I go out to dinner, have a nice pair of pants, and then wear it with that. So again, now we're up to 4 outfits already. Then you might want to have a couple dress options or jumpsuit options or whatever, depending on your style. So I have a couple dresses that I'm going to be bringing. So now we are at 6 outfits already. And then of course you're always just going to want to bring a pair of jean shorts or whatever you prefer, and a few different options for tops. So I have 1, 2, 3 different tops for these 1 jean shorts, depending on how I want to wear it. Technically now we're at 7 outfits. Now again, I'm on the beach all day with just a cover up, and those are mostly just nighttime options anyways. So I probably don't even need all of that, but I'm gonna bring it just in case. And then 2 or 3 bathing suits, right? And your cover-ups. All right, so let's look at all these clothes, right? So now how are you gonna pack them all? So I'm gonna show you how to pack them in a second. You could use the packing bags or not, it's up to you. But of course we don't need just clothes, right? So what else are we bringing besides all of this? So we also need some shoes. Women, we tend to pack way too many shoes, right? So actually, one more pair of shoes I need to bring. But all you really need are a pair that's going to go with everything. So most of my colors here matched pretty much the same, where I can do a black shoe with all of them. So again, depending on your style, what you want to bring 1 pair of black shoes. Maybe 1 other pair that you want to kind of dress up a little more. Make sure, again, though, it matches with several outfits, right? So that's all you really need. What I forgot to grab was a pair of beach shoes, sandals. So those are thin, but that's what I'm going to pack for shoes, and that's it. Okay, a couple other things you're going to want to bring. So of course you need PJs and maybe workout gear, undergarments and all of that. Put it in a packing cube. Usually you could fit it all in 1 cube, and that's that. Okay, we have another little pouch for things that you need, jewelry case, your electronic pouch, a lot of pouches here, right? And now the other thing I want to spend a little time talking about is toiletries. So you're in a carry-on, so you cannot bring big sizes of things that you normally might use at home. You don't need them. You do not need a full bottle of shampoo on a 1-week vacation. Even a 2-week vacation, like you just do not need that much stuff. So you get your little either travel sizes of things that you need, which is way more than you will probably need. But so what else you can do is get these little containers. And so in these containers, put the stuff that you don't use as much, and you don't need even a 3 ounce of. So this, actually these, I was trying to see how much these fit, but it got worn off. But in here I have some moisturizer. So I'm not gonna go through that much moisturizer in a week, just enough for a week, way more than I need in this too. Same with eye cream, right? Think hair serums, things like that, that you only use like a little bit every day. You don't need that much. So just, you know, try to do some of that. The only thing that honestly is a pain, so travel size everything, right? And I have reviewed this bag. It's a great toiletry bag, so check that out. This is by Beis. And you don't need everything that you use on a daily basis. You know, you're going on a beach, you're gonna need sunscreen, of course. That's the only thing that I would say is the biggest pain in the butt to have small sizes of, because you do go through that. Usually you need a couple of them for a week vacation. And the other thing is that, yes, we have this carry-on luggage and I'm going to pack it up, but you also have your personal item that you can bring on top of all this. So depending on what you want to use, you have your personal item, you have a purse, you know, which you will have to shove your purse inside your bag because you're only allowed 2 items, but you can make it work. All right, so now let's pack this mess up. So what I usually do with this bag is I pack the clothes on this side, and then I put shoes and like toiletry bags and stuff on this side. The other thing I'll say is think about what you want to carry in your personal items so that it's easier to get to. Like if you need to take, you know, certain pills or something when you're on the plane, make sure you have them close by and put them in your personal item, not overhead. All right, so let's start packing this up. You can use a cube, you cannot use a cube. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so I'm gonna show you first without a cube, rolling method or not. Okay, so depending on what you like, you can just kind of stack your clothes. Straps out of the way, so you can strap, just kind of stack them up and, you know, push them down so you have room. Anybody else always like buy new clothes for a trip that you don't really need because you have a million things, but you buy them and then you leave the tags on them, so then you got to take all the tags off when you get there. I don't know why I do it. I do it. Okay, smush it down. All right, on the other side, we are going to do the shoes. Now this doubles as a laundry bag, or you can do your laundry bag separately. There's a little pocket. Toiletry bag, my electronics, jewelry, and again, I have room in here for other stuff. I would be bringing maybe my flat iron, things like that, but I'm just showing you quickly. Voila, it fits. And I have a whole personal item still. Now, if you want to use packing cubes, that's cool too. Or if you want to use the rolling method, that's cool too. So, in case you're not familiar with it, so rolling, you're just gonna, right? So same, about the same amount of space really. All right, the other method is using your packing cubes, and it's going to depend on the size of your bag and the size of your cube, so I usually have to play around with them a little bit. So this one is pretty big, so I might be able to get it all in here. Let's see. So I usually do rolling. These are already kind of rolled for packing cubes, but you can stack them if you want. I think for these clothes that I have right now and this luggage, I would probably prefer to do the first method, just stack my clothes in there. It seemed like I kind of got the most space out of that one. It's really a puzzle, and you know, until you have it down, and even when you have it down, you might have to do it a few times to get everything in there. This I think I'm gonna just lay on top now because I don't want it to get too wrinkled. Okay, so now this is an extended packing cube, so you can get as much as you can. And then you're going to try to make it smaller by, oh yeah, it's not too bad. Sometimes I have to fight with these. So I've reviewed these, I think I reviewed these Beis bags before. They're not my favorite. They get stuck all the time. The fabric underneath, it gets stuck in the, I mean, maybe I'm stuffing them too much, but I haven't had that issue with any other brand. But like the zipper, it's stuck in it, so. Okay. All the time. So, why I recommend almost all the rest of their products, these I don't like. Okay. Nice. All right. So it does fit this way. And then I can fit the other ones like I had them before. Shove it down and it fits. Whew, that was a workout. All right, so that's it pretty much. If I think of anything else, I'll add to this video, or if you have any other questions or you want to see me film something else, let me know. All right, one other thing I wanted to make clear, I'm not sure how well it's going to come through in this video, but I'm going to try. I talked about how to pack like different items so that you can mix and match and bring, like, say, one shirt, right, that is going to go with multiple bottoms. So this shirt will go with these two bottoms. But what I didn't really explain was that another thing I do is kind of try to pick colors that are similar or are going to match, because that's going to make it easier to mix and match, and you have more options that way. But also with the shoes and things like that, it will be easier to match. So as you can see, I have some greens here, right? And that continues here in this outfit. I also have greens and these kind of neutral colors. I brought a dress, which also has the neutral colors in it. And then I have some navy blue items, which are going to mix and match with, I have some white shorts and this maroon top. So that's it. That just makes it easier to pack a little lighter. Okay, one other thing I wanted to share that I don't think I made clear in my other video, so I'll piece these videos together, but I use a lot of smaller containers for things that I'm not going to use as much. So for instance, I have some conditioner in here. I have shampoo in here. I use a lot more dry shampoo. And then I have face serum. So whatever you want to put in these smaller containers, I would recommend doing it because it's going to take up less space. But what I do is, because I travel a lot, I'll forget like what type of conditioner or shampoo or moisturizer or whatever I put in here. So I bought this label maker, and it connects wirelessly through an app, and I just print out what is in those containers. So that's helpful for me. So just a little trick I've learned along the way that has helped me.